Rise and shine, rise and grind, rise and ride. Cadillac Talk morning show. You know the show that flows with the culture. Top of the morning, my Cadillacers. Top of the morning. Top of the morning, my kinfolk. Top of the morning. God bless everybody tuning in this morning, man. Wherever you are in the world, throw your city, throw your country, represent your city, represent your state, represent your country this morning. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate everybody that tunes in. Shout out to the day ones. You know what I'm talking about? It is Monday morning. The weekend's over, but the weekend should be longer, y'all. You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The weekend's got to be a lot longer than that. You know what I'm talking about? Let me make sure my monitors are good, my monitors are straight. We got some things to get into today. Y'all see, I got a poll going on here. I got a poll, and 100% of y'all said Drake is going down with the UMG lawsuit. Now listen. I did a deep dive. I got a good 20 minutes of shit. The Drake fans, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this. The niggas who was with Drake, not against Drake, who was against Drake, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this. Because I don't pick sides. I'm straight up and down like 6 o'clock. I can only give y'all the facts. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to you, Lady T. We got Canada in the building on time, on roll call. Salute to you. Good morning, and good morning to everybody watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button one time and be the newest Cadillac to the channel. Smash up the like button, smash up the likes. All right. We're going to get into the politicking today, all right? Before we get into that, I got one thing I got to get into, man. It's a heartfelt story. It touched my soul when I saw it, man. I said, I got to let my family see this now. There's some good folks still left in the world. That's what I got to say.
Right, man gets the surprise of a lifetime, and now his life is changed for the better.
Yeah, he was down on his luck, but a chance encounter with a social media influencer undercover quickly turned things around. Fox News' Scott Wolchak with the story.
Oh my God.
A life-changing gift of $100,000 and a new car.
Oh my God. I'm just blessed. I'm truly blessed.
For Curtis Dixon, it all started with a simple act of kindness.
Could you help me stand up by any chance?
Help you stand up?
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Ready?
Yeah, 1, 2. Bless you, sir. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm okay.
This is Curtis helping a man who he thought was blind. But what he didn't know, this is actually Zach, better known as MD Motivator, an influencer with millions of followers. Curtis was about to...
Hold on a second, y'all. Let me close my other monitor here. Something's going on my other screen. Let me close this. All right. There we go. Let's go.
Pawn his wedding ring at American Jewelry on loan to afford his electric bill. Zach asked him if he could lend him a few dollars.
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to pawn my wedding ring, man. But I just shut up yesterday, man. But I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
All right,
And when Curtis returned...
He tells me he's not blind. I'm like, whoa. So I'm testing him. I said, how many fingers? He says 2. After that, my life just changed.
A few days later, Zach and Curtis met again to return the kind favor. First, $5,000 for his lights. Then, American Jewelry and Loan threw in $2,500, and then they revealed a new car. The final surprise: $100K raised by people all over the world.
Oh my God.
And let me tell y'all, most folks ain't even gonna help a blind person and pick him up. For that matter. Most folks ain't even gonna help the blind man and pick him up. Much less you was going to pawn your ring anyway, and still was gonna break a man a couple dollars. There's still good folks out here. You know what I'm saying? And I like when they do these kind of social experiments, because you get to see what kind of people is out there. You know what I'm saying? And 90% of people would probably assume that, you know what I'm saying? He's a black guy, he's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Race doesn't matter. It's what's in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
We need more people like Curtis in this world. And everyone can do the small acts, because the small acts are what matters. That's where all this money came from, was everyone that had a small amount that they could give wanted to give to you because they felt your heart.
You watch Zach, and he gives away tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars, life-changing to these people, and it's just so wonderful. You know, when we walked outside, I was crying because it brought out such emotion, and the love that they get with each and every one of Zach's giveaways is undescribable.
And I keep asking him why he helped. Why'd you help me?
Because God told me to help you. first and foremost. And he's no stranger. I mean, I would do it for you. I would do it for anybody else.
1, 2, 3.
In Detroit, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News.
Y'all know Lil Nas.
Yo, man, what we say, Lady T, this is so wholesome. I mean, it touched my heart, man. I said I had to share it with the family in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always so much going on in the entertainment world that we get into every day. But every once in a while, it's good to know there's some good folks out there. You know what I'm saying? And there's good people out there. You know what I'm saying? Before I get to the next story, we got to touch upon some shit that went down in LA. The boy, Lil Nas X. Let's just get into it. Let's just say, oh man, if you didn't see it, you about to see it.
Nas X career is over. For those who ain't comfortable enough to watch certain things, I blurred out exactly what y'all wanted me to blur out. This right here.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am.
All that devil shit then got to his head. Yeah, you see, when you want to play these little games and you know what I'm saying, and mimic God and mimic other people's religions and you know, blasphemous shit. The motherfucker pole dancing on the devil, pole dancing to hell, and then all kind of, oh my God. So I say to myself, maybe he's on drugs. Maybe he needs help. But you put yourself in this situation because your handlers are not going to help you. Where's the handlers? Where's the partners when you niggas naked? And it's brief.
Serving you, and you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cocktail.
All right, so yeah,
Lady T, I don't know what the hell he's high off of. Whatever he's high off of, I don't want no parts of it. See, that's why I just smoke my weed in the morning. That's why I just smoke my herb in the morning. Okay, we can't do all that other shit. They got niggas outside in their tidy whities in Los Angeles. I said, come on. And what makes it worse? Oh, nigga, yo, the nigga gets arrested naked.
let's read the TMZ exclusive real quick, and then we're going to break it down as to why exactly it's all over. Because his Wikipedia page describes one of the most influential individuals, and it just ain't going to make sense. So, let's go. Exclusive. Lil Nas X booked for battery on officer after naked escapade? Lil Nas X was just booked for battery on a peace officer following his late-night escapade that ended with him stark naked and tussling with police officers. Boy, that Old Town Road must hit a little bit different. TMZ Hip Hop can confirm the Old Town Road rapper is currently in custody for the misdemeanor offense out of Van Nuys jail just outside Los Angeles. Nas is currently being held without bond. We broke the story. Lil Nas X was spotted by a bystander early this morning wearing nothing but tidy whities and cowboy boots while parading down the middle of a street. Law enforcement sources.
Man, listen, I'm trying to figure out, man. How did he make it all the way down the street in his tidy whities? You see, the police officers in LA must not be doing their jobs. Because I don't know how he managed to be doing this shit. You know why? You know why I don't care? I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. Okay? He fooled us. I don't like being fooled by the dibble dabblers. Okay? When you came in with that song, we got here. We got a super chat in the building. Oh shit! Hold on. We hit the door of the super chat. Let me take a look here. What's going on here? And I ain't the first time I done got super chat, so I'm feeling kind of good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling kind of good, Lady T, salute to you for the super chat this morning. Salute to you, Lady T. I appreciate it all the time, every time. You know what I'm talking about? He served Vogue runway in the streets. I'll tell y'all, the player partner was Lady T. He was posing for Vogue. And he was on that runway with the high heels, you know what I'm saying? And all white. Salute to you for the super chat. You know, we hit the super chat goal today. You know what I'm saying? We got an extra half an hour of showtime tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? And tomorrow, I'm going to leave y'all with a little bit of snippet for tomorrow at the end. All right? Because tomorrow's show, yeah. All right? We're going to keep it rocking and rolling. Let me get back to, I appreciate you, Lady T, for the super chat. I appreciate you every time. You know what I'm talking about? All right, man. For the brother to strip naked, you know what? I personally don't care. Because you fooled us with Old Town Road. You came in with arguably the biggest song ever. And then you turn around and let us know you were dibble-dabbling on the other side of town. Now, don't do that in the hip-hop community. No, don't get us to like you. And then pull the wolf over our head. No, we don't like magic tricks, goddammit.
Say he eventually stripped down naked. Oh, wow. Didn't want to read all that. And lunged at an officer. Our cop sources tell us witnesses called police and Nas was rushed to a hospital after it was reported he suffered a possible drug overdose.
Last year, the world watched as Drake took an atomic L after making the mistake of getting in a...
Okay, hold on. You see what happened in Nas X? Drugs, disrespecting Christ. You know what I'm saying? The guys don't sleep, man. I don't care what religion you do. Don't go disrespecting people's religion and with this dibble dabble culture. We don't do that around here. Not in hip hop. You can take that shit to maybe country if they allow it, but in hip hop, no, nigga, we don't do that shit. Now, let me see what the polls say before we get into this Drake situation. Let me see what the polls say. All right, it looks like 100% no. It looks like 100% no. Hold on a second. Let me see what the poll says. The poll says 100% no. All right? No, Drake is not getting out of this. All right? This might be the end of Drake. This is what the family is saying, okay? Let's get into the situation at hand. Listen, y'all. I dig deep for this, so y'all want to get comfortable. Y'all want to get comfortable. We got Kendrick's contract. We got baby mama shit. We got minors. It's bad.
Beef with Kendrick Lamar. Hip-hop fans and even those not in hip-hop unanimously declared Drake the loser of this rap beef, drastically damaging his career and reputation. People laughed at Drake because he confidently brought this upon himself. It seemed that Drake approached the beef like he had already won from the beginning, only to get his reputation dismantled by one song. While it might seem that Drake brought this L upon himself, according to him, that wasn't the case, as Drake now claims this beef he was baited into was a trap orchestrated by the record labels, claiming that UMG, the most powerful record label in the world, rigged the beef in Kendrick's favor, all in order to dethrone Drake and reduce his value before his record contract renegotiation took place. Drake has now started a war with the most powerful people in the music industry, the very same war Michael Jackson waged against Sony Records shortly before he died mysteriously. Now it appears they might Michael Jackson Drake. There's a lot of similarities between the Michael Jackson and Sony beef and the Drake and UMG beef. Michael was the king of pop and Drake was the king of hip hop. Both of them were set up by their labels in order to take advantage.
I need y'all to understand as we're going. Remember, Mike had an issue with Sony. He called what the Matola nigga the devil and shit. Yeah. But here's the difference though. Mike had ownership in Sony. They wanted to get rid of that nigga. Mike owned half of Sony, low key. That nigga owned the Beatles and shit. That nigga was smart. Drake's contract is some bullshit. I swear to God, Drake. My conclusion is they suckered Drake. Yeah, 100%. Drake walked into a walking bullet and did not know it was coming. I don't lie to y'all, man.
advantage of them. Both of them were accused of participating in inappropriate activities with people that were underage. Both of them called out the labels and even sued their labels. The only difference is that Michael died behind his war with the label. Now the question is, will Drake face the same fate? I believe the labels are trying to Michael Jackson Drake. Ever since the media announced Drake was suing his record label, there has been a lot of discussion behind this. On one hand, people think it's ridiculous that Drake is suing his label because he lost a beef. But on the other hand, people are rallying behind Drake because they agree with him exposing his record label for trying to take advantage of him. Either way you see it, I'm here to tell you that in a way, both sides are right. Drake is only suing UMG because of this beef, but he is also exposing them for setting this beef up in the first place. I was probably the first person to say this entire beef was fake beef orchestrated by the record labels. On April 16, 2024, I made this video where I broke down why I knew this beef was orchestrated by the record labels to fabricate it themselves. This beef between Drake and Kendrick is 100% staged, a last-ditch desperate effort to save hip-hop before it's too late. Everything about this beef lets you know it's fake from beginning to end. When I dropped this video, many people were accusing me of being a Drake fan, even though I have made several videos exposing Drake for the exact thing Kendrick Lamar called him out for. People also accused me of not knowing what I was talking about, with several people saying that not everything is a conspiracy. But now, thankfully, the truth is coming out, and what I was saying back then should make more sense to people. This beef was clearly staged from the beginning. While back then I thought Drake was also involved in setting this fake beef up, now it seems that Drake didn't know because this was designed with the goal of destroying his reputation. Most people simply won't understand why this is a fake beef. That's exactly what.
Now, when we say fake beef, when I heard that, I said, what do you mean a fake beef? But I'm not just going to take one side and just listen to a random, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theorist. So I have to bring it all together. So we going somewhere with this. Conspiracy theory? Perhaps. But when the dots are connected, it seems like he's in a situation that he got set up. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Drake was up for renewal for his contract. Just remember this now. The nigga wanted some stupid money like $600 million on some crazy shit. Okay? We don't want to give you the money. How do we navigate? We got to come at you. We got to somehow discredit you to the people. Okay? So we bait you. I don't know how Drake took the bait or whatever the fuck his ego did. Poked the bear of Kendrick. Kendrick waited about 12 to 14 days before he dropped Euphoria, I think it was. There's a reason for that, and we're gonna get into that. Kendrick's contract let me know. Nigga, the record label set your ass up, nigga.
What the record labels are hoping takes place. They want the fans to say Drake is just bitter and that there's nothing there. But here's an oversimplified explanation to all of this. UMG.
Lady T, that's exactly what happened. So they set him up. He took the bait. The homie took the bait cleanly. He took the bait. And y'all gonna see. Now to understand why Drake is pissed off. I mean, he wasn't gonna win the battle musically anyway, but to know they set your ass up, I know when you find out the kind of contract Drake has, it's bad.
G wanted Drake to re-sign to their label, but didn't want to pay Drake what he was asking for. It was rumored that Drake wanted up to $600 million, but UMG wanted to give him a lot less. The only problem is, they knew Drake wasn't going to agree to re-sign for less money than his last deal. They also knew that Drake was a massive star that all other labels would have paid top dollar to have him on their roster. They knew that if they told Drake no, they wouldn't give him all that money. He would just leave to another label, or even worse, go independent. So they came up with this beef that was truly an ultimate solution to their problem. This beef was actually a genius plan by the labels, and I'll tell you why. See, UMG is actually the label that both Kendrick and Drake are signed to. In fact, Kendrick signed a new deal with UMG days before he released his Euphoria diss track. We will get more into that later though. Since UMG owned both of these artists, they made tons of money from the beef off the top, as they're getting royalties of both Drake records and Kendrick's records. But when you look even deeper, things become even more sinister. Since the label wanted to sign Drake for a lesser amount than he wanted, UMG knew that if Drake had taken a serious hit to his reputation before the negotiation, he wouldn't be in a good place to demand that big of a deal. So they orchestrated this beef beef that was rigged since the start to embarrass Drake and destroy his reputation. The beef did just that, as Kendrick called Drake a PDF file and ruined his reputation. This is the genius level thinking right here. They knew that once Kendrick won the beef, not only would Drake lose his value, but Kendrick would increase in value, as now Kendrick would be seen as the new king of hip-hop, which would only make them more money because they just signed a new deal with Kendrick. This is exactly what happened when Kendrick dropped his album and oversold. They literally used Kendrick to steal Drake.
That new deal with Kendrick is why Drake is asking for Kendrick's contract. And we're gonna break down all of Kendrick's contract. Drake was clearly set up. What I got to say about Drake was too fucking arrogant. You should have never made that tailor-made song, whatever, with Pac and fucking Snoop AI, and you baited him with the little girl shit. And you like the little girls. You baited the nigga with this shit. So what do you think was gonna happen? It was gonna be an onslaught of the situation like that. Drake was messing with the wrong individual lyrically. Your label is smarter than you, homie. The label has outsmarted you in the game. And now you want to sue. Oh my God. And then remember Kendrick said that Drake had a daughter. Remember that? Remember Kendrick said Drake had a daughter? We're going to get into that too, because Drake might have a daughter.
Drake's value, giving it to Kendrick. If Drake now chooses to decline UMG's offer, they know other labels won't offer much now either, because Kendrick just ruined Drake's reputation and he seems like a liability now. This is why he is suing UMG, because he claims they rigged the beef to make him lose. You may be saying how if Kendrick made a hit this song, also telling yourself, people just like his song better. Again, that's what the labels want you to think. This is seriously much deeper than most people can understand because it's music industry talk. According to Drake, UMG controlled the perspective of the beef. He claimed the label paid for bots to make the song Not Like Us look like it's performing better than it did by inflating the numbers. Most fans are simply followers that like whatever other people like. If they see something with a lot of views, it might influence them to like it too. Drake also accused the labels of paying influencers to make videos to the Not Like Us song, again influencing fans to like the songs. Labels know that influencers could shape the narrative, so paying influencers to make videos about the song on TikTok, having them do dances to it.
Man, listen, it's so bad. Okay, hold on. This is one influencer. Got a record called Document 79 because Drake had the audacity to call niggas the fuck out. You can't get mad at the YouTubers, man, and then throw them in your lawsuit, man. But I'm gonna say for real, it's not far-fetched for the record labels to do that shit. Oh, nigga, you got 100,000 followers, you got 70,000. We need you to say X, Y, and Z about Drake. Yeah, it can be done. It's not far-fetched. It can be done. And I'm not picking sides. But what I'm gonna say is Drake has no way of winning this battle, and then now you gonna fuck up your whole life. It's over. It's done. It's done.
It's only going to make the song appear bigger and like more people like it. Drake also claims that the streaming platforms like Spotify and Tidal were incentivized to allow botting on Kendrick's song and to be placed on all the top playlists. Drake also claims they failed to market his songs in the same way, allowing Kendrick to have the unfair advantage and appear like the winner just off the numbers alone. Then, with all the influencers and media personalities hyping up the song, they made sure to make Not Like Us appear like the bigger song. Trust me, this is how music works. A lot of the hype behind people's favorite songs are all orchestrated. The labels have to give the songs a push to get people to be interested. Drake now claims in the lawsuit that Kendrick's new deal with UMG specifically added that Kendrick would beef with Drake. This is why Kendrick didn't respond to Drake for several days after Drake officially kicked off the beef. The YouTuber What's the Dirt did a great job breaking down this secret record deal Kendrick had with UMG before the beef kicked off. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Anyways, on March 12th, all these changes take place. Janik and Littman are now the kings of their respective coast. And what do you know, 10 days later...
All right. Hold on, let my other monitor catch up here. Hold on. All right. What we're about to get into... Am I in the right spot? Yeah. What we about to get into, all right, is Kendrick's contract. The way the contract is broken down, If I'm Drake, I want to know about this shit, because if this is true, if it's true, I don't know where he got the documents. I didn't ask no questions. But if it's true, nigga, you got played.
Kendrick fires his shot on the Like That record. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, he is one of John Janek's biggest stars on Interscope, dating back as far as Good Kid, Mad City. In fact, all of Kendrick's albums were released under Janek, and he was heavily involved in Kendrick's career. In the case of Drake, he was on the other side with Republic. Not only was he one of the main reasons for over a decade and why Janek struggled to clinch the #1 spot, but Drake's contract was coming to an end, and the writing was on the wall that he might be leaving. For that reason, tensions were likely already pretty high between Monty Littman and Drake.
And these were the ingredients that came together that made for a perfect storm.
Kendrick closed out his deal with TDE and Aftermath Interscope 2 years prior, with Mr. Morale being his last project. It was from that point forward where Kendrick was considered 100% independent under his own label, PG Lang.
It really seems like the Like That verse from Kendrick, that was an independent release.
However, all that was about to change as Drake took the bait, dropping Push-Ups on April 13th and Tailor Made on April 19th, and for some unknown reason, Kendrick, the guy that can allegedly whip up a diss track in no time flat, was completely ghost.
And now we know why that was.
It turns out the savior of hip-hop and all things culture wasn't about to involve himself in a rap battle without a new shiny deal in place with his good old pal John Janek at Interscope Records.
You guys do remember John, right? You know, the guy that got like the big promotion.
That's right. On April 27th, 2004, Kendrick put pen to paper and signed a deal with PG Lang and licensing through Interscope, and 3 days later, Euphoria dropped. But basically the reason why it took the reincarnated version of Tupac...
Let that marinate for a second, family. Kendrick was playing chess the whole time. I'm not dropping nothing until there's a new contract. And once that contract is in place, it's an independent deal now. I got my own label now. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different conversation now. While Drake is in negotiation for a contract, this looks terrible. Because now he done slotted your whole reputation. There ain't no contract for you. Man, it gets worse, man.
17 days to respond was because he was in cahoots with John Janek and Interscope, discussing the best path forward so that they could both reap the benefits from the moment. Before the beef, Kendrick was cold as ice, and the newly promoted John Janek was willing to do whatever it takes to not just bring Drake down, but to prove himself.
But this is where it gets extremely interesting.
Kendrick dropped 4 diss records in the beef against Drake: Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us. After that, he dropped the GNX project, but this is the major difference. All 3 of the diss records that were added to DSPs were licensed directly from Kendrick Lamar to Interscope Records, but the GNX project was licensed from PG Lang to Interscope Records.
Why are the 3 diss tracks different?
That's probably why Drake's legal team is very eager to look into Kendrick Lamar's contract with Interscope, and that's probably why UMG has heavily redacted information from it.
And this is the smoking gun, right? Because that tells me that in that contract that he signed,
this is a lot to take in. What I have taken in from the situation at hand. Those 3 diss records, they stood to make a lot of money off of that. The contract was different. They stood to make a lot of money off of that shit, Drake. And then he said, I'm gonna make even more money off my album, so my album deal got to be different. While you thought you was playing checkers, man was playing chess around your headpiece, dog. And this is the onslaught, because every time I go on YouTube, social media, somebody got something to say about Drake. Drake's doing something. Like, it's bad. And this is not the worst of the situation. We still, oh my God.
Those 3 diss tracks, there has to be something about the battle in the contract, because those 3 records had a different agreement.
Now, I agree with what he's saying seems to be the truth. Kendrick was used as a puppet to take down Drake. Kendrick literally got paid to do it. Now, honestly, this is not about whose song was better or not. It's about the labels being corrupt and evil. Whether you want to believe it or not, this beef was fake and orchestrated by the labels. Yes, Kendrick won, but Drake never had a shot at winning. The labels wanted to devalue Drake just like they did to Michael Jackson.
No, I love it. And let me tell y'all why I love it. Because you niggas didn't have no problem when Meet the Grams niggas was talking about Drake had a fake daughter. You niggas ain't have no problem when you said, you niggas didn't have.
Meet the Gram, Drake said he had a fake daughter. But brother, let me tell y'all something, man. Kendrick might be the most calculated individual in hip hop. Because as we get going, you gonna find out Drake was in family court. Not with his son's mom. No. With an alleged next woman. We don't know if it was an ex-wife. We don't know what. But it's looking like Drake got that daughter that we was talking about.
No problem when it was, dear Adonis, I hope you hate your father. It's a shame you gotta be raised by him. Y'all ain't have no problem. So yes, I need all the documents. I want to see you beating your wife. I need all the proof, nigga. We going to court for this shit. Fuck that. Good job, Drake.
So let me just say something to you. And once again, I'm gonna always say this, and I'm not being funny. He's Canadian. Hear me out. No, hear me out.
Now I know when these can't be an argument. Niggas gonna hit me with the Canadian card. We good.
No. First of all, your argument is valid. I'm with your argument. I'm explaining to the room why. Because I know
Lady T, hear what they talking about, man. I'm sorry to bring it up, but they said he's Canadian, man. This is what goes on in Canada. We be suing. You see what I'm saying? This is what the man's caused. Now the motherfuckers think that this niggas is he's Canadian. Americans must be looking at this motherfucker like, God damn it, this nigga ain't got no sense.
It's like this is Canadian. It's like he's seeing it from that angle. But let me just say this: from the American side, this made Drake lame as fuck. Nigga, this is equivalent to paperwork. Like, nigga, and by the way, this also hurts him because it proves that it was more about Kendrick than you said it was. Remember when he filed a lawsuit? This is not about Kendrick. This is bigger than Kendrick. This is about the business and how they do us. And everybody was like, you small-minded niggas don't understand. Shut your ass up and learn. And what are we doing? We're all just waiting to see it play out. But when you're asking for Dave Free's relationship with him and his children, my nigga, if you're suing Universal, why is his children and Dave Free coming?
I don't think it's a point of destroying families. I think it's about getting to the bottom of shit. You wanted to lie on me. It's been a year. I still have no 11-year-old.
You're suing the label. Why are you asking for Dave Free? You want a paternity test to find out what if Kendrick's kid is Kendrick's? Now what you're trying to do is be that bad. You're trying to be that heel. You're trying to be that bad guy. Why? You know what I'm saying? What we say here, Lady T? That's what Drake does. Clearly, it's not. Canada's not standing by that shit. That got to be a Drake thing. It's the villain in him. They're forgetting he's not fully black. I mean, hey man, he's not fully black. It's the vanilla in him for goddamn sure. It's all the vanilla. You know what I'm saying? There's too much to say. Sometimes you gotta leave that shit alone, man. Sometimes you gotta have your coffee black. You know what I mean?
No daughter to be found. So let's see if the stuff I said about you are true. Let's see if you used to beat your wife. Why can't my...
If Kendrick filed a lawsuit against Universal and Drake, and he said we need everything he has about all his sexual partners to figure out who the mother of his daughter is because we know it's true, you wouldn't think that's sucker shit? Especially if Drake said, I don't have a daughter? Is that not sucker shit?
That would be sucker, but you already put
Hold on. That's what he's doing. He's bringing battle terms up. He's bringing in date. Like you said it. By the way, everybody said bringing up families went too far. You taking it further. You're talking about it in court.
The line in the sand, bro. This is no longer a rap beat. No, this is federal.
No. It's not federal, bro. It's the point, like POP said yesterday, you niggas fuck with...
No, they like, the brother said, this is no longer a rap beef, right? This is federal, okay? Hold on. Let me let my mind catch up here. It's not federal for now. Oh, yeah. But guess what's going to happen? When they start pulling up Drake with the minors, situations is going to pull up. People is going to start coming out the motherfucking woodworks. Yeah, the hush money situation is going to start popping up. I'm telling you. Because UMG, how all of a sudden now we find out that, yo, you was in family court? That shit didn't just come out by chance. No, nigga. No. We dissected all that shit.
My bottom line, you niggas fucked with. I don't get a bigger contract because I lost this deal. Whole time you guys were inflating the stats. Don't be mad. And Drake already said, nigga, y'all can pull up my criminal history too, my nigga. Check everything. Let's get to the bottom of it all. It's fair on both sides. Y'all just mad that it's happening to y'all favor. That's not my problem.
No. I'm mad because it's happening in court. And it's messy. And to be honest with you, what I'm really mad. Hold on. Can I tell you what I'm mad the most about? On some real nigga shit, watching Drake, who is so great, ruin his legacy. That's the part. I got a question for you. I think things like this.
You think women will be more mad at Drake for exposing that he was beating his wife than Kendrick for actually beating his wife? Are we being for real right now? Black women will be more mad.
Nigga, why the fuck are you knocking on that man's house and saying he's in there beating his wife? Go look in there. That's Karen activities, bro. You're literally telling Universal, go in their house and see what they got going on. Universal, like, what does this have to do with the bots?
And most of us
what does this have to do with bots, my nigga? This had nothing to do with bots. You're just trying to prove yourself in a battle. You're still mad about the battle. And that's where he's going to lose the culture.
You know what? Fine. You guys are right. You've won me over. It's time to boycott Drake.
All right. Before I continue, you heard the music executive spitting game. There was some bits and pieces in there where they think for now it's all fun and games. This could become a federal situation, 100%. So when we start pulling up the allegations of the young girls and 14-year-olds and 16-year-olds and all kind of shit, the receipts is gonna start receipting. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna have problems. This lady is from Canada. Toronto. Yeah, to be exact. Let's get down to the smoke, man.
I say this because specifically being from Toronto, I think it would make a huge impact if we boycotted him specifically. I think the next time he comes on concert here, no one should buy tickets. It should be so low sales that tickets drop to like $15 a ticket. And wouldn't it be so embarrassing if you do get a ticket, if someone gets a ticket and she like goes to the concert and it's like just her and Drake, or like just her and her girlfriends and Drake because no one else bought tickets and the only people there are like super fans? Oh, I think that would be so embarrassing. And I do think that as a city, we should make this happen.
So as we know by now, that Drake has pushed UMG into a corner, and they are forced to release some information and documentation on his behavior with underage girls.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him.
You miss what? She's like 14. Drake was like 30-something, and the little girl 14, man. I mean, when 15 at the most. Like, okay, wow. What do you mean you miss her? What? First of all, you shouldn't even be texting the motherfucker. There's something wrong with that shit. I don't agree with that shit. But it gets worse. But that's how we're starting off. And they played it off like, I miss you. Like this is cool. Yeah, it was cool till it's not.
So excited, yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Okay, hold on. This next clip, right? Y'all gotta watch very carefully. I couldn't put the audio in there because they had music playing. Drake is trying to kiss Lil Wayne's daughter on stage. The lady that's there is trying to get his hands off. I don't know, it's some predator shit. And he's lucky Wayne had his back turned. Let's watch carefully now. Y'all see Wayne, right? Y'all see Drake? Watch the arm. Okay, bam. We solidified there's an arm around a young little girl. You just see he did the yawn. He did one of those. So he did. It wasn't even smooth. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We saw that. Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, let's go. He still got the arm, All right, conversations being made. It looks like the lady there is telling Drake something like, boy, you better take your arms off that little girl now. That's what it looked like to me. Okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What it say? Especially if they're not in the same industry. Cause what? And Lady T, let me tell you, man. This industry is terrible. It's terrible. And no, bro, she's not even a fucking artist. She's a fucking an actor, bro. And then, I don't know, man. The industry is fucked up. And then Drake is fucked up. The situation's fucked up. All right. He tried to go for the kiss. He tried to go for another one. She leaned away. You saw that? Look, I'm gonna watch it again. She leans away. She leans away. That's Lil Wayne's daughter. Watch it again, slow motion. Oh, try to kiss her. The girl's telling him to stop. She leans away, bro. Like, Drake, come on now. Like, come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying, these are the receipts. The internet pulled up. What's going to happen when UMG pulls up their receipts? Then these ladies were, okay, listen, bro, this situation's even worse. These little girls were in your house. One of them is, I don't want to lie, one of them either 15 or 14. One got to be 14 and one got to be 18. You understand? All right. Or 14 and 17, something like that. But they're both underage. Look at this shit, man. Look at this goofy ass shit.
Kendrick Lamar is trying to open up y'all eyes like I've been trying to open up y'all eyes about Drake. This man is an executive producer on the show called Euphoria. A show about high schoolers doing adult things, high schoolers being in a relationship with grown adults, doing drugs, having sexual activities. That's what this show revolves around. And Drake is one of the producers of the show. That ain't some...
Man, Kendrick is a beast. And I didn't even know about the show Euphoria. And that's some nasty ass, you know what I'm saying? Some questionable activities. And to know you the executive producer, which means to tell me you got a sick ass man. You got perverted man. Oh my God. They gon' when UMG done with this brother, oh my God.
This grown ass man was testing Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14. When she was, and y'all what? This man was allegedly involved with a 16-year-old girl in Canada. But guess what? The age of consent in Canada is 16. But I guess that's why nobody batted out.
Can you imagine? And that might be the baby mama we talking about. That perhaps we don't know because we're gonna get into it. But the age of consent is 16. And we know what Drake was doing, man. Oh, Drake.
This girl was 16 in this picture. And this is Drake with the beard. Drake made a song called TSU. And it took place right around when freshmen was about to take in for college. Come on, man. Drake was on stage with a young girl touching all over her. And after touching on her for about 2 minutes, he was like, how old are you? And then, man, come on, man. Afterwards.
Y'all gonna have me get carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? Oh, don't say feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
What kind of sick, pervert ass? After you done found out her age, you still talking like, man, listen, man. This is making This is why the Americans say it's Canadian shit. Cause now they laughing at Canadians like niggas don't know, like niggas ain't got no game or some shit, nigga. No, man. It's a Drake thing. And Drake, you want to go against the machine, and now the machine's gonna use your own words against you. You said Kendrick called you a PDF file. And that rap lyrics are lyrical, and no, not lyrical, they're factual. Okay. Well, you said it yourself about the young girls. So Drake, you admitting that you like young girls. That tailor-made what you said. You understand? Remove tailor-made, doesn't fucking matter. We got too much ammo. So what do they got?
Look at this. Billie Eilish a while ago on her 18th birthday saying 18 tomorrow. And look who's under there. I've been waiting. What the? Y'all really protecting this man? And this is the same man that's spending time with a little black boy that don't need to be in the club and needs to be at home. And Drake is out here glorifying this. But yet he got his son out at basketball games looking like a responsible daddy. Drake is the man that come around in the family and they tell the young girls to go put on clothes when you're around. Drake is that person.
This is the 17-page.
Hey, yo. Before I move on for the day, hold on. Let me end the poll and see what we got in the poll, man. 100%, y'all ain't rocking with Drake. Y'all not rocking with Drake. It's not happening. I say Drake, Lady T, I don't know, man. When I saw that shit, she said, hey, she's finally 18, and he said, I've been waiting, or whatever he said. Oh my God, yo, that's predatorial behavior, now. You know what I'm saying? Let me close the poll, and I appreciate everybody that, you know what I'm saying, locked in on the poll, and you know what I mean, gave your input, you know what I'm saying? It's always appreciated, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I gotta move on to something here, man. Fleetwood Stories, y'all. I got Fleetwood Stories coming out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You look out for it. It's gonna come out tomorrow, 3:30. 3 p.m., 3:30. Eastern time. Here's the thing, right? You gotta know who your friends are. You gotta know who your friends are. And then you gotta make the right choices in friends. That's one. Your lifestyle and your friends can cost you a lot, man. Let's get down to the smoke.
Arrest report into the murder of 23-year-old Marayna Rogers. According to this report, her suspected killers planned it all out before dumping her body in a rocky desert area of Henderson. Marayna Rogers was last seen at around 1 a.m. on December 6th after meeting up with her suspected killers, 19-year-old Sakari Harnden and former G League basketball player Chance Comanche. That's according to an arrest report from Met.
You play ball in the G League. Got yourself caught up with some bullshit. Over a Rolex watch. Oh, man. Let's get down to
police. The report identifies Rogers as a prostitute who was friends with fellow sex worker Harnden. Investigators say Harnden and Comanche were worried about knowledge Rogers had on a previous crime involving a boyfriend of Harnden. The report says Sakari was upset at Marayna for telling other people. Also, according to the report, Comanche told police he and Harnden came up with a plan to lure Rogers back to their car for sex. And a text thread from November 30th to December 6th shows the former couple joking about ways they would kill her, like an overdose or using a gun. Investigators say Comanche confessed to police he and Harnden tied Rogers' hands. Then, Comanche strangled Rogers with an HDMI cord while Harnden choked her out. Comanche says they then found a place to dump the body. Both Metro Police and the Clark County Coroner's Office.
Her friend, your own friend, not just your partner. See, I don't care what line of work you're in now. That's not where I'm going with this. Your line of work is not the problem. It's your partner. You see what I'm saying? It's your friends. Now we could throw the line of work in there if we want to. You see what I'm saying? Because you got it's like, yo, if you in the streets and you choose the streets and you live by the gun, you die by the gun. So if you gonna walk the streets, man, the streets can get ugly, right? This is a factual. But you're not gonna expect that your own friend is gonna be the one that's gonna lead you to this type of situation. You know what I'm saying? God, this is bad.
Office say the remains were found in a rocky desert area of Henderson. Neighbors living in the McCullough Hills area claim Rogers was found in this wash. Both Comanche and Harnden are facing open murder and kidnapping charges.
This man ruined his life for the upside of $2,500? This NBA G Leaguer was arrested for his alleged role in the murder of a woman earlier this month. He confessed this straight up to the cops that he strangled the female for burying her body in the Nevada desert. And investigators say that through a series of interviews, they learned that Chance Comanche and his ex-girlfriend, a 19-year-old by the name of Sakari Harnden, played a role in the disappearance of Marayna Rogers, and when they spoke to the basketball player about it all, straight up said that he ended her life. Officials say that Comanche had arrived in Las Vegas to participate in a G League game with his team to end Rogers' life a short time later over a Rolex that was worth between $5,000 and $25,000. Cops say he told them that Harnden continued to choke her until she became unresponsive.
Before deciding to carry out the crime themselves, Chance Comanche
What are they paying you in the G League for you to do something like that? On the partner side, you make it that far into your career, right? Why are you hanging around individuals like that? You make it this far into your basketball career, you damn near one step removed from the NBA. And a Rolex watch is where your mind is at when you got games to play. Instead of working your ass off to get to the league, where you can buy as much Rolexes as you fucking want. When I saw this, it hurt me two ways because I'm like, you throw your life away as a basketball player over nothing. You know what I'm saying? And as a homegirl, you allow one of your homegirls is the ones that set you up. And this story happens all the goddamn time.
reportedly tried to hire someone to kill Marayna. He even offered $3,000 for the job. This added another layer of premeditation to the case. The fact that they couldn't find anyone willing to commit the act didn't deter them. They simply decided to do it themselves. Their cold determination painted a picture of two individuals willing to go to extreme lengths to silence Marayna. With their twisted plan set in motion, the trap was laid on the night of December 5th. Marayna was lured into a meeting under the guise of a double date. Chance Comanche posed as a client interested in kinky sex work, offering $11,000 for an hour. In a text message to Marayna, he wrote, "If possible, I was thinking $1K for like an hour and then possibly longer depending on how the vibes go." This offer, designed to entice Marayna, set the stage for her final moments. What she believed was a lucrative opportunity was, in reality, a carefully orchestrated setup, a deadly plan she wouldn't survive. This was the trap, and Marayna, unaware of the deadly plot against her, walked right into it. What she believed to be an ordinary meeting would tragically become the final moments of her life. What unfolded during this encounter is horrifying. On December 5th, surveillance footage captured a haunting image of Marayna Rogers entering a liquor store with Sakari Harnden, her alleged killer. This seemingly mundane moment, a quick stop for supplies, would later be remembered as one of the last images of Marayna alive. The footage, provided by the liquor store owner who later testified in court, offers a chilling glimpse into her final hours. At this point, Marayna had no idea of the danger she was in. The ordinariness of the footage is striking, a stark reminder of how quickly life can take a tragic turn. The events that followed are deeply disturbing. According to Chance Comanche's confession, the meeting took place inside a vehicle driven by him. What began under the guise of a sexual encounter quickly descended into a horrific act of violence. Comanche, who was driving, parked the car in a secluded spot and zip-tied Marayna, allegedly as part of a kinky request. He admitted to strangling Marayna with an HDMI cord for about 10 seconds but stopped when she struggled. Harnden, however, continued the assault, choking her with her bare hands. This was not a crime of passion. It was a calculated and brutal act. The sheer level of violence is both shocking and horrifying. After the murder, Comanche and Harnden drove to a remote desert area near Henderson, Nevada. There, they discarded Marayna's body in a ditch and attempted to conceal it with rocks. This barren, desolate landscape became Marayna's final resting place.
Now almost 2 weeks since Marayna Rogers first went missing, Metro has provided an update saying they found her body and they believe to know who's responsible in her death.
You straight? You kind of looking at me like kind of funny.
Hold on a second. Before I get into that, hold on. Ladies, y'all got to be careful about your partners. My partners. Yo, you can't get to certain levels of life and then make these I don't know. But the one girl in the middle, she gained both of these motherfuckers. She got the basketball player to commit the murder. She done gained her friend. Like, yo, there's some evil ass motherfuckers out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your circle small, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your circle small. And I don't understand how we get to this level of life as basketball players and then fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, morally, watch your partners. Watch your friends. You know what I'm saying? And keep the circle small, man. That's today's show. We done hit the target of the day. Thank you, Lady T. Salute to you for the super chat. So we added an extra half an hour to tomorrow's show, which was supposed to be an hour. We got an hour and a half tomorrow. A little bit of what we got going on for tomorrow, man. So Hernandez Gomez, all right, he's found not guilty. We had touched on it. The young Dawson area. And he was found not guilty of being a co-conspirator in the situation. And then, he gets at this YouTuber, Cash, I'm saying, my partner, I think. And it goes left.
Man, I just don't respect, you know what I'm saying, man, how, you was putting the narrative out like I had something, like I was really in on this shit, you know what I'm saying, like, and then you tried to flip it when you got to the emotions and shit, you know what I'm saying, I don't respect that shit, man, you know what I'm saying, like bar you from Memphis from doing some goofy ass shit like that, like.
First off, why are you talking to, nigga? Any nigga ban me from Memphis, I do my step to it. You can do that old man stale face shit you got going on, nigga, but this Seti Nash, bro. Like I don't know what you got going on, bro, but I'm one of them niggas you don't come on the internet talking to me like that, nigga, for surely. I'm not that nigga.
One thing we ain't finna do is argue on Instagram. I look at you as like little kids at high school that used to get beat up and shit, and now you got a voice since the internet has been invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't got to do this. Like, I'll be in LA soon. I'll be in Atlanta soon. Nigga.
Yo, tomorrow, that's just a snippet of tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And the partner was on Vlad TV. We got some exclusives of the Vlad interview. But this conversation went left real fast. All right? Homie just talking about pulling up, threats to be made. And this nigga just got off a murder trial. The internet's wild. All right? The internet's wild. All right? We got some videos coming out. You know what I'm saying? Stay locked in. Stay locked in. I appreciate y'all all the time, every time. Everybody that tuned in today, salute to you. Lady T, salute to you every time. You know what I'm talking about? We back at it again tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Roll call Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm talking about? And as always, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, and what penthouse in the sky you checking in from. Because we worldwide, baby, and it's nothing but love.